Hey everybody, today I'm going to be reviewing the FuriBee Fuuton 200. This is a really cool racer. I'm going to hold it to the other camera here so we can get a shot of how it looks. And this is a 200 sized racer. This is the this particular one is the bind and fly version. There's also an almost ready to fly version, which does not come with a receiver. This one comes with a FrSky receiver, which is located in the back where I'm pointing my finger. And this will bind up with like a Tyrannus or any FrSky receivers. FrSky transmitter. Or if you have a controller like I do here, this is a TurniG9 XR Pro that I've got a XJT FrSky module in the back, which is compatible with the receiver that is in the Fuuton 200 that I got with this one. It's got this, it comes with a 5.8 gigahertz mushroom antenna here on a 600 milliwatt video transmitter. It's got rear LEDs in the back here that light up really bright to help keep your orientation. And here's the main board here with a micro USB connector to connect it to Betaflight. That's what it's flashed with. It's flashed with Betaflight 3.1.7 is the version I got with mine. So they have been updating the versions of Betaflight as they continue these production models. Of course, I got the receiver wires. I got them run up here. The antennas from the receiver loop back in the body here, just so that it stays out of the way of the props and everything. It has a 600, I think it's a 600 TVL. Yeah, 600 TVL. FPV camera that is, of course, adjustable for how much pitch you're going to be flying with, how much you want to adjust it to in the front. It uses 20 amp ESCs that are flashed with the B-Heli firmware on them. They're 30 amp burst on them. They work really well, and they're really inexpensive too. In case you would blow out an ESC, you're not going to spend a ton of money. The motors that comes with it here is, I'll check my notes. They're 2205 and they're 2500 kV is the speed. So these are really fast, racer class motors. It uses a 50/40 tri-blade props. So nice props, and it comes with an extra set as you see here, because as being a racer, you're going to bust props for sure. It uses a strap here to strap in your battery, and it comes with an extra Velcro strap, and it also comes with some servo cables, and it looks like a 90-degree antenna adapter if you needed to put it on like that, I believe. Let's see here. The battery that I'm going to be using on this is this HobbyTiger 100C 1350 milliamp hour Lipo 4S with the XT60 connector. That's what this uses, as you can see. And you can get this on Amazon. I'll have a product link to this also. The other stuff I'm going to be showing you, with the exception of my controller, is all from GearBest, where I got that stuff. Was sent to me for review. It's an X, it's obviously an X frame, and this is carbon fiber. So this is not going to be easy to bust, which you also want for a racer. Now I'm going to be flying this in just angle mode, so I'll have full stabilization. And I know some of you are not going to probably be very happy with that. And the reason why is I just don't have the experience yet. This is my first racer. It's extremely fast. This thing easily does 70 miles an hour. The throttle punch is incredible, especially on this 100C battery. But I just need that stabilization until I get more familiar with it. And then at that point, I will try to move forward to Horizon and Acro modes. I'm also going to be using this Firefly Q6, which is similar to the 7S that I'm recording this on with my head cam. This Q6 is a nice little run cam Mobius type clone that records really good quality. And I get this piece of foam here, and what we're going to do is we're going to zip tie this to the top of the I'm going to put the FPV camera we mounted down more on top of it like this, and hoping this way we can get some nice first-person footage recorded at 60 frames per second to include picture-in-picture and full screen at times in the flight review. Of it's difficult to keep everything in the picture from my head cam and from the camcorder recorder I'll be using, because this thing's just so fast. So let's give us some good first person footage with it. I also have these FuriBee VR01 goggles, and these are really nice and super cheap, like $44. They're really comfortable. It has a nice screen. It comes with dual antennas, a flat panel and a mushroom. It is not diversity though, it's just single receiver using 2 antennas. You do have to provide your own battery. I've got a 2S 7.4 volt lithium ion, and it uses the JST plug, and they have a wire that comes with it for connecting up to the power. So I won't be using this because I'm not comfortable enough to fly by FPV either. So I'm just a beginner, so you have to bear with me. But this is what I'm going to be using as I get better and I get more practice in using this with a toy 5.8 gigahertz until I can comfortable enough. Then I'll move along and start using this with the Fuuton. I think though we've covered everything. It comes really packaged nicely with all the specs here on the back. It has a nice foam insert to protect it. It comes fully assembled, with the exception of having to, of course, put the FPV antenna, transmitter antenna onto the back, and that's pretty much it. And I think we've covered everything. It has a 140-degree field of view on the FPV camera, so you obviously always have a really nice wide-angle view, because you need to see a lot of area when you're flying first person with one of these erasers. So I think that I've got everything here. I'm just going to do a real quick check over my notes. Yeah, that looks like everything. So we'll go ahead and we'll move along now to the flight review. Okay, everybody, I got the Fuuton 200 here bound up on this launch pad. I didn't bring my spikes out, so we got this little weight here, so it has a little windy day. I got the Q6 Action cam mounted at the top, so we're going to get some footage, first person footage there. So I'm going to go ahead and unlock the motors and we'll take it up. It is a really nice flying racer. This certainly can compete with racers twice its cost. I don't see any reason why it couldn't. It just may not have quite the responsiveness as a custom built racer, but if you want to get into racing and don't want to break the bank, this thing's under 200 bucks, and it is just a really nice racer. Let's go ahead and do a throttle punch here. So you can see that's just incredible. I'll bring it back down. I want to do one a little bit farther away here. The throttle punch is amazing. And of course I got the Q6 on there, so it'd probably be even a little bit more impressive without that additional weight. But this has so much power with that 100C battery too, that it's not much of a difference. Let's go ahead and we'll fly it around here a little bit. So I'm just using my monitor to fly. Got some birds looking around here at us. Corey will be getting some footage now because I'm looking down at the screen, so I'm not going to be able to catch the footage here in the air while I'm looking at the FPV screen. But it's getting to be, I'm getting pretty comfortable flying now, like my 5th flight or so of this, using the just my monitor. Like I said, real racers, of course, are going to use the a real racer is going to use FPV goggles. Of course, you can see the red light there, so you know that's the rear. But just really, really fast. Now, I didn't mention it at the beginning, but I mentioned it in my table review. I am just flying in angle mode. So obviously this is fully stabilized, as you can see. I cannot go in full pitch forward, and that's full pitch back. There's the yaw, of course it spins really quick. I'm not flying in Horizon or Acro mode because I just don't have the piloting skills. I got to practice more before I can do that, and then eventually move up to my FPV goggles. But at least it gives you an idea on how fast this is and how this thing flies. It's just really nice for the cost. So I'm pretty sure that there's a coupon code, or there's several codes that brings this down to under $200. I'm fairly certain, even for this bind and fly version, which is about, I think it's about $15 more if you buy it with the receiver built in. Got it up here kind of high, but bringing it back. I'll try to bring it down here. Turn it around so you see where we're at. Here we come back. That was pretty cool. I definitely had to use the FPV there to be able to locate where I was, because at that distance I can't see the red lights and I will lose orientation. Alright, so hopefully we got some good footage there combined with the Q6 cam. We'll be putting a lot of that on there. I'm going to go ahead and land it, but I don't want to hit this metal piece. Okay. Alright, well, that was fun. That was a really enjoyable. Probably, that was about 4 minutes there of flight time. I mean, you can certainly, I think, get 5 to 6, but I usually don't fly it until the low voltage goes off. So, really cool racer. Really like this a lot. So, highly recommend it. So, check out the video description for a purchase link to it. And stay tuned for more videos and have a good day.
The power of the dark side.